Hi, friends. It's Mrs. Sprinkle, and I am here today so that we can talk about friendship, thoughtfulness, families. And so, right now, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought about how your mom, your dad, or other adults in your life have helped you throughout your life? What about siblings, cousins, or friends? What kind of things have you seen them do or heard them say to help you? Can you guys answer in the comments below on if you're on Facebook? So I know for me, my family and friends are very special people in my life. Probably for you guys too. We probably don't know all the different sacrifices they make for us. I can only imagine all the brave things they do, our friends and our family do for us each and every single day. With all of this in mind, I'd like to share with you a poem along with some works of art that honor family and friends. So, according to poets.com, Edgar Guest, he's the one whose poem I'm going to be reading, he published more than 20 volumes of poetry and was thought to have written over 11,000 poems. 11,000? That's so much. He must have had a lot of thoughts crammed in his head, right? Guest has been called the poet of the people. Most often, his poems were about 14 lines long and presented a deeply sentimental view of everyday life. Do you guys know what sentimental means? Sentimental means something that's close to your heart, that you think of fondly, that you really just kind of love. So he considered himself a newspaper man who wrote verses. Of his poems, he said, I take simple everyday things that happen to me, and I figure it happens to a lot of other people, and I make simple rhymes out of them. So I'll be reading two stanzas from Edgar Guest's poem, The Stick Together Families, and showing artwork from several different artists. And I'm going to go slowly so that you can enjoy the fine artwork and ponder the words of the poem. The Stick Together Families. The stick-together families are happier by far than the brothers and the sisters who take separate highways are. The gladdest people living are the wholesome folks who make a circle at the fireside that no power but death can break. And the finest of conventions ever held beneath the sun are the little family gatherings when the busy day is done. It's the stick-together family that wins the joys of earth, that hears the sweetest music, and that finds the finest mirth. It's the old home roof that shelters all the charm that life can give, that where you find the gladdest playground, they're the happiest spot to live. And, a weary, wandering brother, if contentment you would win, come back unto the fireside and be comrade with your kin. So that is The Stick Together Families by Edward Guest. And now we are going to do a fun little activity that you can do for whomever you want that's special in your life. Your mom, your dad, one of your grandparents, cousin, sibling, and maybe even your best friend. I did mine for my son because he's one of my most favorite people. Right now, we're spending every day together all day, like I'm sure you are with one of your parents or your grandparents, right? Here is our project. We are going to make a jar or a box or whatever you have laying around the house that is going to be filled with all kinds of fun things. It might be something that you have for an activity that you want to do with your person. It might be just a feel-good saying for the day for them to choose. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to want to get a container of some kind for this. I chose a mason jar. Like I said, you can choose a box, maybe even a Kleenex box. You could get an old shoebox. You could get a jar of some kind, whatever you want to do. And then you're going to decorate it. So for this, what I did was I took a simple piece of construction paper. I chose blue because my theme for this was for Noah. That's my son's name. And I said, when you're feeling blue. So when he's feeling down and needs a little pick-me-up, he can pull something from this. So I grabbed a piece of construction paper. I like yellow because it's nice and bright. It's also the color of friendship. And then you're going to need a piece of blank paper. You can use construction paper, printer paper, any kind of paper you want, even notebook paper. You're also going to need tape or glue. You're going to need a marker. You can use crayons. I also put some stickers on mine, so I've got stickers here. And then you're gonna cut out your construction paper, whatever you chose, and put it around your container. See, I just taped mine to the jar and taped it together. Just kept it simple and easy. But before I did that, I decorated it with all these fun stickers for him. And then, like I said, I labeled it for Noah for when you're feeling blue. And then I put all kinds of fun little reasons I love him, things for us to do, like a little coupon that's good for something. So here's what I got. You could also label yours for if you need a reminder of how great I think you are, to mom and dad, reasons I love you. So you're going to take the paper, the blank piece of paper. You're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to cut down the center. Okay, you're going to cut it in half. And after you cut it in half, you're going to put the two pieces of paper together and you're going to cut the strips so that you have strips of paper that look like this. And once you have those strips of paper, you are going to write on them. So see, one of my favorite things about my son is that he's a good friend. He loves his friends. Another thing, he's super funny. So I said, you are funny. Thank you for helping around the house. He does chores, and I'm so grateful for that. And then I did things that like, good for one cuddle session. Sometimes he just wants a cuddle. Good for one movie night with popcorn and candy. Sometimes it's fun to just settle into a night of a movie with your favorite candy, maybe some buttered popcorn. So those are all some ideas you can do. You can say, good for one big hug, good for a kitchen floor sweep. Another idea is, I'm proud of you. I want you guys to come up with your own. I want you to post pictures down in the comments, or you can email the programs. Have your parents email that over to me. I'd love to see what you've got going. You guys, I am so happy that you were able to spend this time with me. And I can't wait to meet you again with another video. Thank you so, so much, and have fun.